So, for our next speaker, he graduated from University School of Medicine in 1976 and completed his graduate work in 1980 from Kyorin University Graduate School of Medicine in Tokyo. Dr. Yanagisawa served as a professor in clinical medicine at the Kyorin University School of Health Sciences and concurrently as professor in clinical cardiology at Kyorin University Hospital until 2008. He was the president of the Japanese College of Intravenous Therapy and has served as the director of the International Educational Center for Integrative Medicine in Tokyo, Japan since 2008. He has authored 141 scientific papers in English and Japanese and has published several books in cardiology, chelation, nutrition, coaching, and IV vitamin C for cancer. Dr. Yanagisawa currently inducted into the Orthomolecular Medicine Hall of Fame in 2011 and received the Antoine Béchamp Award in 2014. He is also a 2014 recipient of the Riordan Clinic's Pearl Mark Maker Award, which recognizes individuals for their actions to further the mission of stimulating an epidemic of health worldwide. Dr. Yanagisawa served as the president of the International Society for Orthomolecular Medicine from 2012. He is the director of SPIC Salon Medical Clinic and president of the Japanese College Intravenous Therapy. Without further ado, Dr. Atsuo Yanagisawa.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It is very honor for me to be here with you. And today, my topic is longevity in Japan. So may I introduce myself first? I'm a physician and I'm a practitioner to care the patient and also certified cardiologist and oncologist and also molecular nutritionists. This is my clinic in Kamakura, Japan. Very Japanese touch and very relaxed for the patient. So I would like to talk with you. Today's topic is longevity in Japan, the World Health diets, also molecular medicine, vitamin C, cancer, infection, and anti-aging, and vitamin C and radiation sickness in Japan. We have the terrible nuclear plant accident in Fukushima. I would like to talk about this and conclusions. This is a world report on aging and health from World Health Organization. Populations are getting older. Left map, world map is 2015, and white is percentage aged, percentage age 60 years or older. In 10%, white is less than 10%. And maybe Malaysia is here. However, in Japan, already 30% or more. In 2015, it's estimated many countries have 60 years older people is 30% or more. In Malaysia is maybe 10 to 30%. So getting big change in the populations, age distributions. This is estimated future population in Japan. Left side is before us now, is from 1950 to now, and now's total population is start to decrease in future. However, older people, more than 65 years or more, the population is increased. This is adjusted 50 years old. So this is the past 19th centuries. Age 15 to 49 is like the blue line, and under 14 is here, and this is over 65 peoples. So problem is, in Japan's current social security system developed in here using the model of the 19th century models. However, now is present here that many over 65 years old peoples in 21st centuries. Also, the under 14 people is decreased. So this is a different model in 21st centuries, means our health care system is bankrupted. Maybe this system, this phenomenon is occurred on every country in future. So this is a nationwide 20-year follow-up survey of the elderly. This is female, is 87.9, almost 88% people is independence is here. This line is using instrument here, and 12% is earlier is possible to independent. Male is also better than female. However, 20% needs assist about 70 years old more, and 70% of the male people is after 78 years, after 70 years, now to needs assistance. Only 10% is good health. In Japan, average life expectancy is here. Female is 86 years old, and male is 80s. I think it's the longest in the world. However, healthy life expectancy is very short. Female is 74 years old, and male 71, means in males, the difference between healthy average life and healthy life expectancy is 9 years, and female is 12 years. So minimize of this difference is very important for the future in our Japan. So people are now living longer. Usually we expect more than 20 years when compared with the past centuries. So how these extra 20 years can be spent? Older people can have the opportunity to learn or to work, or spend with the family. It all depends on the health. If the people does not have good health, this 20 years is a very different futures. There is no typical older person. Some older people is 80 years old, but good physical activities, good memories, and sometimes can work. However, 6 years old, still age is young biologically, but however, cannot walk or cannot have sometimes some dementias. So each older people is different. So I think we have to think about just minimize the difference of the life expectancies. This word, optimum nutrition is the medicine of tomorrow, is a word from the Dr. Linus Pauling. He is founder of the International Society for Osmotic Medicine. Now, I'd like to talk about the next, the world healthiest diet. Diet is very important for the longevity. The world healthiest diet, there's a key characteristics: low in energy density, sodium, and simple carbohydrates, and high in potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants, micronutrients, and fibers. This is a DASH diet for the healthy blood pressure, for preventing hypertension. There's a lot of the type of healthy diet. This is one with sample. This is the Mediterranean food pyramid using Mediterranean people. They eat wines and olive oils, and this is very famous diet. Recently, in the Journal of New England Journal of Medicine, this article was issued for primary prevention of cardiovascular disease with a Mediterranean diet supplemented with extra virgin olive oil or nuts. More than 7,000 people recruited for a possible risk of the cardiovascular diseases, and separated three groups. One group is normal diet. Second group is Mediterranean diet with olive oils. And third group is Mediterranean diet with nuts. So this study was stopped about 5 years because the 33% of the reduction of the cardiovascular disease appeared in group of the Mediterranean diets with virgin olive oil and nuts. So this is one of the good model of the nutrition. Recently, 2009 Canadian food guide recommendations. Half plate is vegetables and fruits, and proteins food is mostly grains and beans, and choose whole grains. And proteins minimally is fish and meat. And no, just only for water during the only use the waters and never drink the sodas. Uh, Ms. Limak is a top 10 international list of the health breakfast. Because there's a lot of magnesium and minerals and vitamins. This is the Japanese food guy spinning top and takes the grains and vegetables and nice fish and meat. And we have lots of fish and milk and fruit. And this is a plate for typical Japanese diet: fruits, grains, vegetables, and proteins, mainly fish. And this is a typical Japanese dishes: cooked rice, miso soup, and usually it's fish, and some pickles, and side dishes. And usually you use the vegetables. Okinawa is known as a people's longevities. There's many people longer as an age of more than 90s. It was, because I told you later. It is 2000. Okinawa people is low incidence of the cardiovascular disease and cancer and stroke and all-cause mortalities when compared with the other areas of Japan, the Hong Kong, Sweden, and other countries. It's in the adjusted death rate for the oldest, more than 85 years old in Okinawa people. It's very lower in all-cause mortalities, cancer, and heart disease. However, now the 2019 is this food model was changed, and it was the number one healthier area, it's Okinawa is, but now it's number 5 or 6, because the Western food is now invasive to the Okinawa countries. So young people died by cancer and cardiovascular diseases. So this was the typical Okinawa dishes. A bitter melon with tofu, and this is very lots of greens, some seaweeds, and tofu is fish, and rice and vegetables, and Okinawa sweet potatoes. So those people is few people with smokers, and very few in drinkers. Now I would like to move to the next topics, also medical medicine, vitamin C, cancer, infection, and anti-aging. Dr. Linus Pauling is 2 Nobel Prize winner. He makes a new term that comes from the also molecular, Also molecular is that, Also molecular is a term that comes from also, which is Greek for correct or right. So also molecular means light molecules. 2 times Nobel Prize winner and molecular biologist, Dr. Linus Pauling, coined the term also molecular in his 1968 article, Also Molecular Psychiatry in the journal Science. Also molecular medicine describes the practice of preventing and treating disease by providing the body with optimal amounts of substances which are natural to the body. Intake of essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, recently the hydrogen and ozones and others, from supplements with balanced meal will prevent and treat illness, leading to an ideal health condition for whole generations. So, intravenous vitamin C therapy for cancer treatment is a typical treatment of osmotic medicine. 2 years ago, Newsweek's issues shows the interview of me. Intravenous vitamin C is a minimally invasive treatment for cancer patients. Here, this is Donald Trump. In 1976, Doctors Evan Cameron and Dr. Niles Pauling conducted a clinical study, recruited 100 patients with terminal cancer, treated with IV vitamin C 10 grams per day for 10 days, with following oral vitamin C 10 grams. Control subject is 1,000 patients, and the results is amazing. Survival period was 4.2 times longer in vitamin C treated patients. So vertical line is percent survival in this, horizontal line, the survival time. This is a control. And terminal cancer patients treated with IV and oral vitamin C improves survival curves. And these areas and calculated by this area divided by this is 4.2. So increase the survival time 4.2 times. And this is colon cancer. It's the same result. This is a control. Most of the patients died within 1 year. And this is vitamin C treated. And lung cancer is the same. Stomach cancer and breast cancer is all the same. And kidney cancer, blood cancer, and rectum and ovary cancers is a similar tendencies. However, in 1979, Dr. Cregan and Metel of Mayo Clinic treated terminal cancer patients using only 2 months treatment of oral vitamin C without IVC and showed no benefit. The study protocol is very different with Dr. Linus Pauling because they are only 2 months. And Dr. Linus Pauling is conducted is more years. So this was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. So the medical scientists lost interest about the vitamin C for cancer. However, in 2005, research group of the NIH, National Cancer Institute, and FDA group published a study of pharmacologic ascorbic acid concentrations selectively kill cancer cells, action as a prodrug to deliver hydrogen peroxide to tissues. This is These are human cancer cells in the concentrations of ascorbic acid, and the effectiveness is different, but vitamin C kills the cancer cells in humans and mouse, but never have in human normal cells. In 2006, in the Canadian Medical Association journals, same group of NIH, National Cancer Institute, and McGill University reported 3 cases of cancer using intravenous vitamin C. In the case of renal cancer, blood cancer, and malignant lymphomas. This is a renal cancer case 1 month after IVC. Those metastases to the lung, and 6 months later, most of the metastases disappeared except 1 lesions. This is my case, 60 years old breast cancer. She receives operation on chemotherapy, but 2 years later, lung metastasis occurred, and she came to my clinic and started 50 grams of IV vitamin C, and also the nutrition supplements, and dietary modifications, lifestyle modifications. And 1 year later, lung metastasis disappeared. And now, the 2019, she is very well, and continues good lifestyle modification, and still very well. This case is a 54 years female with stomach cancer with generalized bone metastasis. She's a stage 4 with multiple organ metastasis, and body weight is 24 kilograms when she visited my clinic. And she starts IV vitamin C 62.5 grams twice a week, and also the supplements with lipoic acid, selenium, vitamin D, magnesium, etc. And also the food, good food modifications. And 3 years later, now she's body weight is increased 40 kilograms, and no sign of cancer. Now she's 65 years old and very good health. And his face is getting younger when compared with 3 years ago. So there's many clinical trials by IBC for cancer. Lung cancer, stomach, colon, pancreas cancer, liver, breast cancer, and ovary cancers. Also prostate cancer, lymphoma, brain cancer. And the safety is from McGill University. And quality life, our group of Japanese College of Intravenous Therapies in 2010 published in the journals. Recently, Taiwan University conducted is a colon cancer, and I belong to this clinical trials. So when I started is vitamin C therapies, many standard oncologists tell me that's just only for local treatment. But this is not local treatment because many medias push me and some kind of very bad doctors. But now Japan has changed. IV vitamin C and other integrative oncology is accepted now. This is a study from the Kansas University Medical Center, and high dose percentile IBC treatment enhance chemosensitivity of ovarian cancer and reduce toxicity of chemotherapies. Okay. So time to disease progression is with vitamin C is improved, and also the grade 1 and grade 2 adverse reaction to chemotherapy is decreased when combined with vitamin C therapies. This is a study from Iowa University, effects of IVC in patients with glioblastoma. This survival curve is previous standard chemotherapies, and also this survival curve is combined with intravenous vitamin C treatment. Japanese College of Intravenous Therapy, I'm president. We conducted a quality of life study for IV vitamin C for cancer patients. We recruited 60 patients. We have 750 physicians who practice intravenous vitamin C for cancer treatment in Japan. And this time, it was 5 years ago, and 140 clinics and 5 hospitals, and they challenged and recruited 60 cancer patients who had no history of intravenous vitamin C treatment, and started to twice a week IVC treatment. This is a result of the quality of life before the 2 weeks and 4 weeks after the IVC. 2 weeks improves significantly the quality of life, and 4 weeks and more. And symptom scale is improved in fatigue, insomnia, and pain and constipation, and financial difficulties. So using intravenous vitamin C, patients can go to work and get money for their life. So high-dose intravenous vitamin C improves quality of life in cancer patients. So indications of IVC is patients who have failed standard therapies, enhance effectiveness of standard therapies, reduce side effects of standard therapy, and patients who refuse standard therapy and wish to receive alternative treatment, a prolonged remission period, and prevention metastasis. So I would like to the next topics of anti-aging. Oh, sorry, it's vitamin C and sepsis. In 2017, Dr. Malik conducted the clinical studies, and he conducted a control group of 47 patients. This is 47 patients with sepsis with standard therapies. Then after 47 patients with standard therapy with IVC 1.5 gram every 6 hours, only 6 grams for 4 days with thiamine, every 200 milligrams every 12 hours for 4 days. So results is excellent. Hospital mortalities, control group is 40% 8.4%, and IBC group is 8.5%. So great reduction of the mortalities, and wind of bus pressure is control group is for 55 hours, and the IBC group is reduced shortened 18 hours. Also, vitamin C is very effective with idiopathic sudden hearing loss. This is a study from the Korean group. Control group is 36 of idiopathic sudden sensory hearing loss in only steroid therapy for 15 days. The IBC group is standard treatment with IBC 200 milligrams per kilogram per day for 15 days and oral vitamin C 2,000 milligrams for 30 days. So complete partial recovery rate are higher in IBC group. And also the complete and recovery is 2 times higher in IBC groups. Also, pure tone audiometry recovery is higher in IBC groups. Control group is before 70 decibels to 1 month after 47, and IBC group is more improving the 37s. So vitamin C is very effective with some information. IBC may enhance hearing recovery in sudden hearing loss patients, which suggests that IBC reduces level of reactive oxygen metabolites produced by inner ear ischemia or inflammation, and that IBC could be considered for the treatment of sudden hearing loss.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
So I would like to talk about some IB treatment and anti-aging. This is Golden Globes Awards 2016, and left guy is Ryan Gosling, is 35 years old, and right person, famous Brad Pitt, is 52 years old. So the gossip newspaper of Hollywood was next day shows Brad Pitt's youthful new look is a result of diet, skin treatments, and IV drips. Of course, including contains of vitamin C. So there are IBC for anti-aging is rejuvenation skin, quick recovery from fatigue, improved depression, strength, stamina, and motivations, recovery of hair growth, and improve frequent urinations and kill cancer cells at super early stage. This is a study from the Korean universities. It's from 2012. Effect of IBC 10 gram on fatigue score in normal office workers. So after 10 gram, this is the baseline scores. And after 10 gram of vitamin C, 2 hours and 24 hours is significantly decreased, but not in the case in placebo groups. So 10 grams of IV vitamin C is decreased, improves the fatigue. So this is typical my clinical's IV vitamin C for anti-aging, cold and flu, and energy boost, and fatigue, and allergies. I use some of the 12.5 to 25 grams. So sterile waters, 100 ml, and vitamin C, For example, the 25% gold 5 grams stock is 50 mil, and magnesium sulfate, and add vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12. I will in 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm 68, and my family is very close, very concept cancer families. My father died by cancer, and my father's brothers and sisters, 6 brothers and sisters, 5 or 6, died by cancer. Also, my mother has 3 cancers, and her sisters and sisters' brothers, 5 or 6, died by cancer. So I do not like to be a cancer. For I take 25 to 50 grams of IV vitamin C twice a month. I'm not sure, no data, no evidence, but I believe this is effective for me. I hope. So this is important topics for me. Vitamin C and radiation sickness in Japan. In 2011, March 11, 2011, tsunami, big earthquake occurred, and tsunami comes to the east part of the coast in Japan. And more than 20,000 people died by this tsunami. And next day, Fukushima nuclear power plant accident occurred in March 12 in 2011. And lots of contaminated air, and also the contaminated water spread to the oceans. It was a really terrible earthquake. At that time, a Malaysian government sent the rescue team to Japan, and also many players come to our people, and thank you very much. Okay. The mechanism of radiation-induced cellular injury is, this is, radiation comes and hitting the DNA to injure the cells is only 20%. This is a direct route. So why is 80%? 80% is radiation comes, hitting the water molecule and produce free radicals and damage it DNA molecule. So you can imagine free radicals can be neutralized by antioxidant, vitamin A, vitamin E, and also the vitamin C's. This fact, as you can find the textbook of the radiation radiology textbooks. But government and the Japanese scientists never said about this. So there are many scientific studies demonstrating the protective effects of vitamin C and other antioxidant nutrition upon radiation injuries. In 2010, 1 year before the Fukushima nuclear power plant accident, National Defense Medical College and Ground Self-Defense Force in Japan published a study at the Journal of Radiation Research. Pre-treatment with vitamin C prevents lethal gastrointestinal syndrome in mice. receiving a massive amount of radiations. So giving the maximum radiations, most of the mouse died within 2 weeks. However, pre-treatment with the vitamin C, the mouse survived, 50% survived. So, author of the National Defense Medical College of Ground Self-Defense Force in Japan commented in this article in the discussions. When we undertake the rescue of victims from a radiation-contaminated area just after a radiation accident, it is important for rescue team to promptly take vitamin C orally. So the rescue team went to Fukushima nuclear power plant accident in March 13, 2011. So did the Japanese rescue team took vitamin C or not? Answer is yes. Rescue team takes the vitamin C. But government never said about this. 2 years later, the same research group said this is a paper of the same group, and in this discussion, they said, according to the paper, in March 13, 2011, the rescue team members of National Self-Defense Force took vitamin C when they were sent out to the radiation-contaminated area at Fukushima nuclear power plant. So, military, they took the vitamin C in the time of the radiation accident, but never say about this to the people in Japan. 19 days after the accident, we Japanese College for Intervention Therapies issued the statement, official statement about environmental radioactivity and health. And we said, it is our strongest recommendation that those living in the affected areas regularly take antioxidant supplements such as vitamin C to counteract the negative consequences of longer time, low dose radiation exposure, as well as to protect the health of coming generation. Because nameless and faceless heroes worked in the contaminated area in nuclear plant accident areas. So our recommendation is take vitamin C, 1 to 3 grams, and lipoic acid, and selenium, and vitamin E. After 70 days after nuclear accident, we released the statement officially. However, Japanese government, Tokyo Electric Power Company, and all media ignored our proposals. 2 months after, in the conference, annual conference of Osaka Medicine in Toronto, I talk about our activity of the statement about vitamin C and radio protections. And also talk about ignore about the government. So Medical Association of Osaka Medicine that tried to write a paper to the government to use a vitamin C in the living people in the contaminated area. But the government still ignored from the letter of the Medical Association of Osmotic Medicine. We conducted a study of the effects of vitamin C and antioxidant nutrients on radiation-induced gene expression in Fukushima nuclear plant workers, pilot studies. 12 men who worked 5 to 6 weeks at a radiation-contaminated area at Fukushima. They worked collecting contaminated water, measuring radiation level in the plant area, removal of contaminated debris, and operation of heavy machineries. So 5 of them has an abnormal value of the plasma-free DNA, also the gene calculated cancer scores using the gene expression. And we administer some intravenous vitamin C 25 grams twice a month, and also some liposomal vitamin C, lipoic acid, selenium, vitamin, and multivitamins for 1 month and 2 months. Then, it is amazing. After 2 months treatment, free DNA decreased, also the cancer risk scores decreased significantly. So working at the Fukushima contaminated area has a risk of radiation-induced cancer, and those cancer risks can be neutralized by antioxidant nutrition. We strongly recommend that people living in the radiation-contaminated area should take vitamin C and other antioxidant nutrition immediately. And I wrote many articles, and also this osmotic treatment of chronic disease, this big textbook. I cited my papers. Also, I have presentation about this in Taiwan, Korea, Canada, UK, in also Spain, Mexico, Algeria, with the United States, and France, Paris, Philippines in 2017 conference with Dr. Homer. Also, we released a gift is the title of the gift from Dr. Linus Pauling. Vitamin C is scientifically proven to protect Fukushima by victims from radiation effects. However, government, TEPCO, and media still ignored our proposals, and the Fukushima workers have not taken vitamin C. Recently, one paper published, and this paper shows it comes from the Okayama University. This is a national university in Japan, and journal is Epidemiology in 2016. So among those aged 18 years and younger in 2011 in Fukushima Prefecture, approximately 30-fold excess in external in comparison and variability in internal comparisons on the thyroid cancer. So there's a risk of the cancer in Japanese people. The incidence of thyroid cancer is increased among young people who have lived in Fukushima area. Radiation-related health problems such as cancer, heart disease, birth defect, etc. will increase in the next 5 to 20 years or more in Japan. We believe that daily intake of vitamin C 3 to 6 grams can prevent radiation-induced health problems and keep optimal health. Keep optimal health and keep antioxidant reserve is essential for preventive radiation and prevent cancer and keeping health. So once nuclear power plant accident occur, radiation harms people's health and makes us more sick for 1,000 years. And this may happen everywhere in the world. There are 439 nuclear power plants in the 31 countries in the world. Government of those countries always say to the people, nuclear power is safe and cheap. But we think nuclear power is dangerous and expensive. So Malaysia has no plan for nuclear power plant, said last year Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad in September 18, 2018. He's very clear man. So as integrative healthcare professionals who protect people's health, we do not need nuclear power plants and nuclear weapons in this beautiful planet Earth. Let us work together to make the world a better, healthier, and safer place, one country at a time. Hope for a long-lasting friendship between Asian countries and all our Osama care doctors. I would like to conclude on two conclusions. One is this movie, Smile.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow. Oh, when the valley
あなたは最後までの時間をどう過ごしますか？
And have one vitamin C for your health. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Atsuo. Do we have any question? Just two, I was told. If there are none, we will, okay, we have one.
I've been to a small village in Okinawa, the so-called Ogimi, near Hentona. And I made kind of observation with the super-agers. And what I really found that their stress level is quite low. And you are quite right that right now, even Okinawan people not really living in a healthy lifestyle. I agree with that. But second things, there is a study, if I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago, with regard to this centenarian living in Okinawa. What they found is the CRP level, C-reactive protein, the inflammation biomarker is quite low. I think international standard is below 1, is the low level for CRP. But in Okinawa, most of them, the centenarian, has only not even 0.1, I think 0.03 in average. Can you comment on that inflammation and also the stress level?
I'm not familiar about data of the Okinawa's people at this time because I have not conducted the studies. However, it's Okinawa people, healthy people, is still some of the is old, is younger people, is more much protein, much sugar, and much omega-6 oils, and more food source of informations. But sorry, but I'm not sure about details.
Okay, thank you then.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Can we call on Dr. Homer Lim and Dr. Matsuya, please, for the token of appreciation?